Nityanandam, Ma Shivrupa from the beautiful Bidadi Adinam here in Bengaluru on a lovely, lovely evening. Bangalore's weather is starting to turn, it's getting pleasant, and I can't wait for the rainy season and the rest of the year to happen. It's been so long since I've been back in Bangalore at this time of the year, so I'm really enjoying it. So today I'm going to talk about the big compassionate slap that life gives you. And this is from a satsang of Swamiji's, I think maybe a few years ago, where he says, unless you learn to complete, life is going to give you one big fat compassionate slap. That slap may be in terms of a relationship that doesn't work out, or maybe a disease that you suddenly find that you're suffering from. Maybe it's you're fired from your job. Just something that happens in the manifest world where you can no longer ignore that blind spot or that part of what you're creating that you've been ignoring for so long, that you've been hiding from for so long. And that is just one compassionate slap of life, because life is trying to tell you that how you are living is not the ultimate space. It is not living as Shiva. Because invariably when something like that happens in life, it is because of our wrong cognitions. It is because we have in our past cognized life in ways that are not right, that are not empowering, and now we believe that's the truth, and then we start to live it again and again and again and again, really like a stuck tape recorder. I'm sure all of you resonate with this. Until you have that spiritual breakthrough, until you have that pratyagatma chaitanya that Swamiji says, when that awakening happens and you start to say, no, there is more to life than this, and you start to be aware of your own ignorance, so to speak. Until that time, life is just one big stuck record. And your manifestations start getting bigger and bigger and bigger until you cannot ignore them anymore. Completion is a very beautiful technique Swamiji has taught us, where you can instantly change your cognition. You can instantly drop years and years of accumulated energies around you, karma around you, to completely liberate yourself and liberate your future from the manifestation of the past. So, and of course, of late, the last year, Swamiji has been all about power manifestation, about how every time you manifest a power, it's like a fun way to achieve the same goal. In fact, it's the fast track way to achieve the same goal of completion, to achieve the same goal of expansion, and that is, it's really the high road, it's the fun path, fun way of getting there. I mean, who wants to look in the mirror and relive incidents that you don't even remember fully anymore and cry? And we've all been through that, haven't we? But now completion is so beautiful. One of the things that Swamiji has initiated us into, for example, is the depth dimension. You hold a coconut and then you just look at it with your third eye and you're able to move it. Now, when that coconut, let's say, is held by someone you're incomplete with, you'll see you'll have a harder time moving the coconut than someone you're in complete completion with. And the beauty is, when you move that coconut off the hand of that person, suddenly that completion has happened in your space, in the space of that person. I mean, that's probably the funnest way to complete with people, no? Just go use your third eye to move a coconut off of their hands. Swamiji has done so much, given us so much information, given us so many meditations, techniques, kriyas, yoga, and now power manifestation to help us get out of this limited identity, these limiting cognitions that we human beings have trapped ourselves with. And again he's showing us that there is more, and he's awakening that divine within us. You just have to see the Gurukul kids, and you just have to experience one initiation from him and start to manifest some of these powers, to realize the true purpose of our life, to realize the true identity we are. It is not just some sad person, or even someone struggling to make things happen, or even if you are very, let's say, rich, you're struggling to make health happen, or you're very healthy and you're struggling to make relationships happen. All that are not us. Human beings are not, it's not a space of compromise. It's not a space of I can do this well and not that. It's a space of and. Human beings are a big space of and. Anything you want and much, much more is ours for the taking. And it is the fortunate disciples of Paramahamsa Nityananda, it is the fortunate humans who have been initiated by Paramahamsa Nityananda that are experiencing it and are walking forward to take what it is they want and manifest the most beautiful superhuman life for themselves and for society. Thank you for listening to me. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a note in the comments below. Look forward to talking to you. Nityananda.